So it's not like you're looking at new technology all the time where you have a huge technology risk. We're not reinventing technology in what we're doing. We're just trying to tweak and improve existing technology.
Welcome to the NEI 500 CEO interview program, where the senior management from select listed companies will share their insights with the audience about their company's growth potential. In this episode, we had the opportunity to speak to Michael Dehn, the CEO of United Lithium, a CSE listed company with a trading symbol of ULTH. United Lithium is a lithium exploration and development company focused in Scandinavia and Canada. A few highlights our readers should know before watching the interview. United Lithium has projects in Finland, Sweden and Canada, all safe jurisdictions with access to advanced infrastructure. Lithium chemical demand from end-use sectors is still expected to increase year-on-year to around 280,000 tons lithium carbonate equivalent. The company is focusing on more environmentally friendly metallurgical test work and provide higher recoveries. The stock had a spike in October last year when it put out a lot of positive news, including its assay results and innovative metallurgical work progress. Since then, the stock has settled down and is trading at 40 to 60 cent range in recent months. If you enjoy our video, please like, comment and subscribe to our channel so you can stay alert about future content. Hey Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Gilbert. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Long time no see. So maybe you can just start off by introducing your story here. Give us a bit of an overview about United Lithium.
So United Lithium is a public company, trades in the US, Canada, and Germany. We are focused on hard rock lithium deposits in Canada, Sweden, and Finland. Our goal is to put together a very robust concentrate process where we're able to take spodumene and petalite from different deposits and not have to optimize any processing. You make it once, it's robust, it works. So that's part of our goal with the projects we have and the technology we're developing. And just to make sure that we're on the right track, we've also been able to produce our own lithium carbonate, produce our own lithium hydroxide. We're trying to do everything at a lower energy, lower temperature, reduce greenhouse gases, reduce water consumption, recycle reagents. So, we're trying to do things in a greener way. And I think this year, part of our processing tests will be how do we deal with all the feldspar and quartz, which is sort of the byproduct from the concentrate production.
Okay, I think one of your main focus is going to be the European lithium market. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about this because the audience may not be aware of how that market is going.
Sure. And I would say our targets are the North American and European battery gigafactory markets. So, Canada, we're looking at feeding into the US market, and Europe would be looking to feed into the European market. So our focus in the North American and European markets is to target the battery gigafactories, hence our project in Canada and Sweden and Finland. What you really, if you're not in the supply side of the industry or in the true commodity side of the industry, you don't really notice how much of a deficit there is on the supply side and how much demand is increasing. You see constantly another battery factory getting billions of dollars in financing, but where is the lithium to come from to feed those projects? You see now too, China is doing all sorts of deals, Africa, South America. They're looking hard at securing supply for their own gigafactories. The US and Europe are far behind. So we're really trying to capitalize on that deficit gap with the deficit and the demand, and also be close to market. So, part of decarbonization is not having to ship materials around the world. If you can ship more locally, you're going to reduce your carbon footprint as well. So that's sort of why we are where we are. The deposits are looking good. Or the projects are looking good. We're not at the deposit stage yet. I guess that's 43101 rules. You got to make sure what words you're using. But everything we're doing seems to be working forward at de-risking and bringing the projects closer and closer to a 43101 resource and a preliminary economic assessment.
One of the things you mentioned earlier, one of the highlights of the company is your
processing, the metallurgical testing work that you're doing to make it greener and more simple from rock to the end products like lithium hydroxide, lithium carbonate. So can you maybe elaborate a bit more about this processing?
Yeah, so I mean, one of the tweaks Dr. Halim has been able to implement is there's a chemical roasting step in the concentrate production, and it typically takes about 30 minutes of residence time in the acid to liberate the lithium properly. Well, we've been able to add a microwave technology to it where you're actually microwaving and leaching at the same time, and that residency time drops to 1 minute. So if you're thinking about just how long you have to have a solution sit in a tank, 30 minutes is a lot longer than 1 minute. So your throughput, if it's theoretically, you're going to be increasing your throughput by orders of magnitude just in that one step. And if we can do little tweaks all the way along, all those little tweaks add up to big tweaks at the end of the day. Hopefully all of them are economic. Some of them are environmental decisions that we're making that doesn't necessarily make the process cheaper. Anything we do, though, is trying to reduce the energy, environmental, water, reagent processes. So some things we do will definitely have good economic impacts, but other things will have even more environmental impacts, and all in a positive.
Great to hear. So actually, battery space, as you're all aware, is one of the hottest trends now in the market in the last few years. And because of that, there's also a lot of new lithium projects out in the market. So how do you compare yourself among these other lithium projects around?
I would say the one thing you can say about hard rock, spodumene, and petalite lithium projects is the technology is well known. The deposits have been produced since the 1800s. So it's not like you're looking at new technology all the time where you have a huge technology risk. We're not reinventing technology in what we're doing. We're just trying to tweak and improve existing technology. So I think that's our big advantage is we're not coming up with a new direct lithium extraction technology. We're not dealing with high temperatures and high pressures. We're not dealing with groundwater that if you have an earthquake and something recharges, you potentially have to reset your system. So there's certain projects out there that I think are brilliant technologies. There's other ones out there I'm looking at and I'm kind of going, well, you've got a technology risk there and a project risk. Trying to hit your milestones, is it possible? Whereas I think when you're talking spodumene and petalite, you really can de-risk the technology, at least to make concentrate. People will look back at a few projects in Quebec in the last 10 years where they've had technology risks, but those risks were not on making concentrate. That was the risk on the hydroxide or the carbonate side. And I really don't want to be a carbonate or hydroxide producer. I'd like to partner with a chemical company that does that because that's their specialty. Our strength is mining, processing. I mean, we are pretty good on the metallurgical side as well, but it's a chemical business is not a mining business.
Indeed, people have to realize the difference there. And as an investor point of view, what are some of the catalysts that they should be aware of for United Lithium in this next 6 to 12 months?
Well, we're now drilling again at Bergby. We stopped for Christmas for a little bit. Our goal is to get permits in place to start drilling in Finland. And then in Canada, once the snow is off the ground, we have to get boots on the ground to go out and do ground truthing of the targets from our airborne geophysics. So we have lots of field work to do this year. The lab, we're still finalizing the lithium hydroxide testing. I'm hoping that'll be done in the next week or two. And then we're looking at a few other innovative projects globally that we're generating internally ourselves. Hopefully those pan out, at least one or two of them do. And we're also looking at how we can accelerate permitting for a concentrate plant. So instead of looking at greenfield sites, we're looking at brownfield sites close to our projects that would allow us to permit a project much quicker and not have to deal with long timelines on the permitting.
Great to hear. So thank you indeed, Michael, for your time here today to share your story with us.
Thanks a lot, Gilbert.
Thank you.
If you enjoy our video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can stay alert of our future content.